but it's just not giving bust down. It's giving, I don't know what it's giving, but it's not giving bust down, unfortunately.
Oh, I wouldn't wanna bleed, but my heart, my mind, and my body say it.
Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine, and today we're going to be talking about how to master detachment. Now, before I really get into it, I just want to tell you my definition of a detachment and how I work through it, and then I'm gonna tell you the steps on how you can get like me, you know, because that's the vibe. I mean, it's not really a vibe, because you want to be like me, that you gotta stop that, because that's not okay. I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm a bad role model, but I'm not a role model, you know what I'm saying? I'm not bad, but I'm not a role model, so just had to put some cocoa butter because lips were dry. Let me tell you about detachment real quick. My reasoning of detachment would basically be because I would get attached very easily. I love really hard. I'm a very big lover. I love taking care of people. I love motivating people. That's just the type of personality I have. No shame with it, to be honest. And that kind of personality has led me to be very open with people and honest, wanting to be really close with people when I meet them. So because of that, I kind of feel like, I'm not gonna say I had attachment issues, but I do feel like I would get very close with people very fast for no reason at all. And you know, we don't play that. We don't play that on my channel, so anymore. So, you know, I just wanted to denounce that and just speak against that. There's nothing wrong with being a good person. It's just, you have to have boundaries. You have to understand when enough is enough, and you have to be able to be comfortable in your own individuality, that other people can't really affect you, because when you let other people determine your character, then you don't have your own voice in your own character, and that is not good. That is not good. That just makes you feel bad about being yourself, and that's what nobody wants. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. I only really do suggest attachment in the spirit. So now, no substance, no people, no physical things. I really do suggest for you to have attachment. For me, I have attachment to, I mean, I don't want to hold that up like as if that's whatever, but I do have attachment to God. Love all the way. So that has really helped me just kind of be detached from the world, because I'm attached in the spirit, and those are just two different mentalities when you have. So I really do suggest that. If you guys ever want me to go into detail about that, I definitely can, but we're gonna start just with mentality for right now. But again, I would suggest that as the number one rule, but again, that's not for everybody, so you know, whatever. We're gonna just get into it. Thank you guys for joining me. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and maybe more bust down content. Oh my god, why do I keep doing that? There's just no bust down. My hair's uneven too. The cut's uneven, so what am I even gaining? Anyways, okay. So my first rule in mastering detachment, and again, I kind of don't really want to say detachment, but also just recognizing detachment for yourself. I keep touching my hair. I'm very sorry. The bust down is weak. Okay, yeah, sorry. But basically, see, look how long my hair is on this side, and then like it's shorter on this side, and it has less layer. Like this one's like really blunt cut, but I did all of it. So it's like, well, I can't complain, right? Okay. Anyways, the first step of practicing detachment and mastering detachment, I would say, is start acting rather than reacting. A lot of people don't understand what I mean by this, because it kind of just sounds like the same word, and it kind of is, but it's a little play on words, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. When I tell you act but don't react, acting to me is an action, of course. It's acting upon something. It's doing something, okay? Simply what it is, a verb of moving. Reacting would be a verb of emotional reaction, emotional distress, emotional effect, that kind of thing. So one's more physical and one's emotional. And I suggest for people to start learning how to be physical in their solutions rather than emotional. Because of this, you start acting, and you're acting in actions for your solutions. You're a lot more productive. You're a lot more effective into understanding solutions, and you're not of negative affected in a situation. Now, I just want to make clear with this is that sometimes you can have a emotional reaction. It is perfectly normal. That is why your emotions are there. I want to preface that your reaction emotions are not long-term emotions. They're supposed to be short-term emotions to you understanding how you feel. It's almost just like if a baby is crying and it's either hungry, it's either this, it's either you're hungry, it either has to go to the bathroom, it's either gassy, whatever it is. I don't know nothing about babies. I don't know. Anyways, in that kind of way, it's just a signal to your conscious, your subconscious to your conscious, to you to understand how to fix a problem and what is bothering you to get out of that discomfort. And that all is really emotions are. And what we like to do is we like to dwell in our emotions because we feel like it, or we don't have anything else to do, or we're bored. We don't want to look to, we're getting lazy to find a physical solution, so we just dwell in our emotional one. I would like to suggest start looking at physical solutions, because it's a lot better in the way where when you have a problem and you dwell in it in the emotions rather than you fix it with the physical, you're spending more time thinking about the emotions and also causing yourself even more distress and negativity in your life, rather than actually fixing the problem as fast as possible and then getting over that distress. So really, that's kind of just like a psychological thing that you have to train your brain to do. We all teach our own habits, so anything that you do mentally that you see yourself repeatedly doing, you can be able to stop it within due time and progress. Keep in the back of your head, acting rather than reacting. So for me personally, I used to be a heavy procrastinator, and now I don't procrastinate that often. Reason because I do get an assignment and I know it's due for a minute. I start on it progressively, because I know when I get to the end of the week, I really have procrastination problems where I get so irritated and very emotionally like in an upset, and it's very bad, and I hate it. I hate being in that state. I can get work done, but I hate being in that state. And also, just to improve my mental health, I started just understanding what gets me mad, so I started, you know, backing on that. But with procrastination, now I know how to solve a problem. I solve the problem by doing it progressively, and just give me one moment. So yeah, basically being in that state allows you just to work more effectively. It does not take away your emotional validation when it comes to that, and you're able to detach from your emotions and start thinking a lot more logical rather than emotional. And again, when we dwell in these emotions, we make bad decisions with them. Our intuition gets clouded by our feelings, and that is why you would rather act in the moment, because and figure out logically how to do it rather than doing it later while you already reacted, because your intuition is clouded. Within due time and with practice, you making decisions will just get better, and your judgment will get better because you're testing it. And that's just like the way life is. You get tested, you either fail or you lose, and you learn from the mistake. Well, that's not how the American school system is not set up, so whatever. But anyways, so on to the next thing, guys, into learning how to practice detachment, is start understanding your emotions from a third person point of view. Now again, detachment already just focuses on you being more self-aware into your emotions and what you need to put your energy into. So you having a third person view of your emotions allows you to critique and to pick and choose where you want to put your energy and your emotions into. So how do you have a third person point of view? I suggest doing what I do all the time by myself, is talking to myself. Crazy things, you know what I mean? Just crazy psychotic things. It's okay, it's not psychotic, I swear to you. Talking to yourself is very, very healthy, as I think so. The reason why I talk to myself, and I might talk to a camera. My friend actually does talk to her laptop, and they have like video vlogs, and those really help. So I really do suggest that for you. I talk to myself in the car, and I talk to myself like when I want to like talk about something, because it allows me to talk about my emotions and say it out loud. So then my conscience can actually pick up on what I was saying, and then I can be like, whoa, Antonia, okay, that's a little OD. You can't think that. Or either like, okay, Antonia, you know you have to think this way, this and that. So me saying it out loud actually allows me to understand what I'm thinking. So it's like from the subconscious to the conscious mind, if that makes sense. So I really do suggest that. If you really want to talk to a friend or anything, but also just friends, some people are just not available all the time, and that's okay. So I really do suggest either you doing video vlogs on your phone or your computer, or either just talking to yourself on the regular. If you want to remember it and remember like how you felt and how you talked about it, then I suggest a video. But again, if you just need to get it out and try to understand, like, am I bugging? Like, I talk to myself and understand if I'm bugging or not. Again, asking other people is really good in that way, but at the same time, learning how to detach yourself is kind of just trusting your own intuition and trusting your choices and your decisions. It's not really just putting everything to the side, because you can still get constructive criticism from other people. That's okay, but you don't want to rely on that just because it's you till the day you die. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to strengthen your intuition and figure out what's good for you. And other people are not in control of your emotions in your life, so it's better for you to start making your own decisions and learning how to do so as well. Those are important skills that you need to know in your life. Okay, the third step that I would give to master detachment is acceptance. So let go of things you can't control. Oh my goodness, I feel like as girls, and I mean even me, I had such a hard time really accepting life. I literally wanted to create fake scenarios in my head. I wanted to be delusional, and the thing is, like, I know on TikTok it says like be delusional. I think there's a difference between being delusional and having faith. But because being faith, you can be delusional in having faith, but being delusional in your life and just your intuition in general is just not, obviously, like, recommended. So really accepting that kind of allows you to understand the situation at hand, figures out what you can control and what you can control. I really do suggest accepting your life, because when we make these scenarios about ourselves and when we make these delusions about ourselves in our lives, we're carried into thinking that one thing is true, and then since it just makes us believe that one situation is true, it practically alters our decision making in that way, in that belief. So if you were to think, like, if you're having these delusions or scenarios with a guy or someone that you like, and then you don't understand their full emotions, and you don't want to understand it because, again, you like them or like you want to be in that situation, you kind of just force yourself to think in the scenario. The thing is that you would have to accept that to understand how to heal from that, and how the best decisions and what are the best decisions that you should make forward to that and moving on, instead of just being really stuck on the past, on something that isn't for you anymore. Acceptance is definitely a really big thing. It comes with practice. It comes with also taking control of your life. Start making decisions for yourself. You know, a lot of times we're very lazy and we're just like, oh, I don't want to do it, whatever. But in reality, you can only control what you do. So once you start taking control and you start making those moves on the things that you can do, you start understanding what are out of your reach and what's out of your reach. So, but the thing is that still you can still have faith in the things that you do, because you understand that you can try as hard as you can, and that can come to you. So just accepting that you can still make the life that you want, but in doing so, you are in control of your own actions. You're not in control of others. Like I always say is, yes, if this was Sims, we would love all of this. We would love controlling everybody. We wanted to give us motherload 50,000 simoleons in 1 second. Again, if this was Sims, I'd be playing the Big Mama Challenge like every day. Like if it was out there, I mean, other people go without me though. Again, we're not in control of other people's things. So it is only important for what you can control and what you can attract in your life. So just accepting that and taking more control of it can allow you to detach yourself from delusion or big scenarios or anything that isn't for you. Okay, because what's for you is for you, and what's for you is best. Okay guys, number 4 for learning how to detach: start taking time between your decisions. Okay, something I like to hear all the time when I'm currently 18, something that a lot of people like to say is, you know, like, it's like, oh, okay, we're young. Like, what the heck? Like, no, like, just because you are young does not mean make dumb decisions. There's a difference between you going out of your comfort zone to doing something you want to do and thinking something that you think you can do. But there's a difference between putting yourself in danger and putting yourself at risk. Again, risks are okay, but calculated risks are necessary. Okay, we like to play around with that idea, but again, we're young, so you can take these risks. It's the same thing. Your friends tell you jump on rich. Are you jumping on rich? No, bro. But if I'm telling you to start that business that you always want to start, yes, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like, don't try to confuse it. The important risks are necessary for improving your life, but don't take dumb risks and don't take not calculated risks. Taking time between your decisions allow you to build your intuition, act before you react. In that acting process, think smart. Don't think, oh, okay, just whatever, I'll do it. Like, or people be like, you won't do it. You won't. Bro, no, I won't, because whatever you're telling me you won't is probably bad, and I don't want to do it for myself. So think in that acting phase, think intuitively. Do not just let go of all your morals in 5 seconds because people are like, oh, just do it. Take time into your decisions. In part with that, take calculated risks. Your decisions are important. To improve the standard of experiences in your life, you have to make better decisions. So it's either if you want to or not. And I can't force you to make that decision. You have to make that for yourself, to be fairly honest, babe. Okay, so last tip I have for you guys is always do what's best and what's best for yourself. Like I said before, we all make mistakes into either being ignorant and to not know it, or being arrogant and not wanting to know something. Definitely make those mistakes for ourselves, and it's definitely normal. I completely understand it, but you want to decrease those as much as possible. Like I said, if you want to be happier and you want to have better experiences in your life, you have to do that with always doing best for what you need rather than what you want. If you put your needs first, your wants will come after. Start putting effort into your needs. Start making best decisions for your needs. If there are people in your life that are toxic and that you don't need anymore, know that that's what you need in order to grow. Then you need them to get away, so then you can get your wants. If you've been working working so hard and constantly, like I said, your needs comes before your wants always, and we always know that, but we never want to actually put that in fruition when we're making decisions for ourselves and knowing what's best for ourselves. So I think as you grow older and as you get more mature in your mindset, you start to make decisions based on your needs rather than your wants. A lot of times we like to get confused with that. We like to think that we need things that we just want. So really start putting priority over the things you need, and your wants will come. Because once you have your needs kind of sorted out in one little bubble, in one little organized thing, then you can be able to make time into putting your wants in there, which again will just as a process just increase like your amount of wants, or either increase the results you see in your wants. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Love you guys so much. Thank you for checking this out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll come out with more videos more often. Stay smart, stay beautiful, because it's always beautiful. Spread positivity, guys, and love. So have a great day, guys, or night, or something. So okay, bye.